Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm just going to be doing this pretty simple makeup look. I didn't want to go too fancy today. I've kind of just done a little bit of brown and kind of focused, I guess, a tiny bit more on the skin than the actual eye look. I'm going to Florida today, so I'm wearing this kind of floral blue print, which is something very out of the ordinary for me, but that's why I didn't want to go too crazy on the eyes. So this is just kind of like a simple makeup look, and then I ended up curling my hair afterwards as well. But if you guys want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to moisturize my face because it is so dry at the moment, and I always forget to moisturize, so I need to make sure that I at least do this before I wear makeup. Alright, and then because we're going to Florida today, I am going to chuck on some sunscreen because even though it's still cold outside, it is just sunny and I don't want to get burnt. So yeah, honestly I used to be so bad with putting sunscreen on, and now I like do it, like obviously it's been winter, so I haven't really needed to, but definitely going into summer I'm going to put it on all the time. The SPF in like your foundation and stuff is just like not really enough. Kind of gives you a little bit of glow, so it's also like a bonus, so like why not just do it. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Pore Blur Primer. Oh my god, I'm not even using my mirror. Hold on. Okay, so I got a new mirror. It's very exciting. But it folds out. Here we are. And now I have a mirror to use when I do my makeup. Okay, perfect. Now sorry if I like look down, but my mirror's like down there. So yes, I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution Pore Blur Primer. And just blend that into the skin. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do under my foundation is I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighter. So this is a dupe for the Cover FX liquid drops, and obviously every other brand that does liquid drops. It's a little bit thicker and gloggier, I would say, than the Cover FX ones. I would think I'd prefer these ones, but these ones are literally not even half the price. So I'm going to stick with these ones for now, but I'm going to put them on like my cheekbones under my foundation so that I can get like a bit of glow through my foundation. I probably just used way too much. Okay, so apparently we're going for more of like the Tin Man than like a subtle glow. But that's alright because it's under my foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to be mixing in just a tiny little bit of my Marc Jacobs in... just a tiny bit of my Marc Jacobs foundation in the shade Honey Medium, and then my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation in the shade 6.5. So even though the Luminous Silk is like quite a dewy finish, the Remarkable by Marc Jacobs is quite matte. So that's why I mixed them in together, and that's also why I've done a little bit of like the highlighting beforehand, just to make sure that it doesn't come across like too drying, like it doesn't look like my face is dry. Alright, and now that I look like a potato who hasn't been washed yet, I'm going to put on some of the Makeup Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define Concealer. And I forgot to wet my makeup sponge, so I will be right back. Alright, and then I'm just going to blend that out, obviously. Alright, now that the concealer's all blended out, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I'm going in with the shade 10 for under my eyes and then 15 for the rest of my face. Alright, and then for bronzer, I'm just going in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Everyone and their mum has this bronzer. I've obviously well and truly hit pan with this one. Okay, so the next step I'm going to use highlight, and again, I know I'm using heaps of Makeup Revolution products, but again, they're cheap. I'm a uni student and I can't afford at the moment to be buying lots of expensive makeup products. Yes, I know I just used some pretty expensive foundations, but I did actually buy them a while ago and they've still lasted me. But anyway, this is my justification for using a lot of Makeup Revolution products, and they're good, they work. I think that some of them are better than some high-end products. This highlight palette is really good, and I think the concealer, personally for me, is better than Tarte Shape Tape, and I've heard other people say that as well. I still love Shape Tape, but again, money. I'm going in with the, I don't think it has, it's just called Reloaded Makeup Revolution palette. I'm going in with the gold shade and maybe a little bit of this lighter shade. I don't want to go too light because obviously I have fake tan and a really dark foundation on, so I'm going in with the gold. I think that would look great, and just a tiny little bit of the lighter colour. And because I can never have enough highlight, I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution by Soph palette, the highlighting palette. As you can see, this one is old and has seen better days and has hit pan on so many. Some of them broke, but hit pan on so many. I'm just going in with this light shade up the top and then just adding more highlight. Not too much though, because we did just put a lot on. I think we're good with the highlight. What I'm going to do now is put on some blush. So I don't actually have a blush palette, but I'm just using this palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be using these two shades here. So this really kind of vibrant pink one, and then this kind of more dark, wow, darker, oh, I don't know how to explain it. I'm so bad at explaining colours. You guys can obviously see it there. They kind of cancel each other out because one's really like dark and one's like a bit too bright, so they kind of cancel each other out, and I definitely don't put a lot on. But I like to do this after my highlight because it kind of blends the highlight and the bronzer together. And I never really used to wear blush, but now I'm like, you know, it gives you a little bit of life to your cheeks so you don't look so like flat and dead, I guess. So I'm going to do that. I kind of just like dab it on, like, I don't know, I don't want too much, like I'm still not like crazy, but I do go quite high just because I do like to blend it all together. And then just a tiny bit on the nose because I've seen that and it looks cute, kind of like sun-kissed nose, like pink nose kind of vibe. Onto the eyes, I'm going to zoom you guys in quickly. So I'm going to start obviously with eyebrows, but I might do them off camera just because it's hard to do it on camera and I concentrate too much, and then yeah, so I will be right back. Okay, so brows are done. So I used a combination of the Makeup Revolution brow pomade in the shade medium brown and Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow in the shade soft brown. So I used a combination of those. I also, just before I put in the pomades, went through my brows with the Pump Blush and Brow Serum. This is just like a Lash Grow serum. I just put this through, obviously to help my eyebrow hair grow, but also I don't have a spoolie at the moment, so it was actually kind of more to just get the brows hairs into place before I went through with the pomade. So next up, I'm going to do my eyeshadow, and I'm going to be dipping into the Morphe 350. Okay, so if you guys are like in a different position than you were before, my camera just like totally shut off and was like lens problem, and I had to like sort it out. Anyway, so onto the eyes, I'm going in with the Morphe 3502 palette. I'm going for more of like a neutral look since I'm sporting this very floral blue, don't mind my tracky pants, blue floral top floral top, which is something that I'd never normally wear, but I'm trying to get more into colors, especially now as it's coming into spring, and I thought florals and floreal would match perfect. So I'm probably going to not really dip into any of these kind of orangey tones, stick around with the neutrals. Very boring, very YouTuber bronzy smoky eye, which everyone has done more than a million times, but that is what I'm doing today, so I'm really sorry. I also don't have fake lashes to wear today, so I want to keep it quite light because I'm not going to have the massive lashes to kind of balance out a really big like wing look. I have one lash and I lost the other one. I don't really like doing makeup looks without lashes, so we'll see how this goes. But yes, I'm just going to be dipping into this one, and I don't know what color I'm going to use first. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just making it up. Let's go light. So I'm going to just dip in to this top one. I don't know the names. The palette doesn't have the names on them. The sheet thing you get rid of when you open up the palette, I guess. I'm just going to be dipping into the first one, which is the lightest shade, just as a crease color. Okay, I'm gonna have to like do this really weird because my mirror is like so down, and I'm gonna want to do this and I can't. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to hold my mirror up for a second. If it blocks, I'm sorry, but for the eyes, I have to have it near my face. This is a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. Now I'm just going in with a Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush, 228 crease brush, and I'm going to be dipping into this shade here. So I'm putting this one like not all the way over my crease, just like kind of keeping it like lower, and kind of brushing it down onto the lid as well. Okay, and just using the same brush, I'm just going to be going in with the colour right next to it. No, my battery's going flat. Ah, no! Yeah, the colour right next to it. And while I do that, I'm going to charge my battery. Okay, so I didn't really let my camera charger charge for all that long. But I'm going to power through because I don't have that much stuff to do before we are finished. I just need to finish off the eyes and then we're practically done. So I'm just going to grab another Zoeva brush. This is the 227 Soft Definer brush, and I'm going to go in with the second color we used, so this one here, and I'm just going to go underneath my lash line, like my bottom lash line. Yeah, so I don't want to do too much more than that because yeah, I don't really want to do a look that doesn't go with my outfit. But what I am going to do is just with that same brush, I'm actually going to put a little bit, just a smidge of shimmer on my lid. So sticking with the Morphe palette, I'm just going to go in with the shimmer that is next to the first color we used. You can't really tell it's a shimmer because of the lighting. And I'm just going to pop that on my lid. I'm just going to go back into the Revolution palette, highlight palette that I used before, and dip into the gold shade and just put that on my brow bone. Okay, so just onto mascara. I'm just going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational, the Full Fan Effect mascara, and just popping that on my lashes. Alright, and there are the eyes done. So I think that mascara is honestly really good. Kind of a little bit looks like I've got natural falsies on. I wouldn't like say that, you know, it makes you look like you're wearing fake lashes, but for like no lashes, they look pretty good. So I'm going to zoom you guys back out and finish the look. Okay guys, so the makeup is finished, but I'm just going to go and head off camera and curl my hair just to complete the look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I just finished curling my hair, kind of just blow it out a little bit so that it's not so, I guess, stuck in the curls, but it still kind of looks a bit like that anyway. But yeah, this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope, well, I'm sorry that it's not like anything too fancy, but yeah, I just didn't want to go for anything like too crazy with what I'm wearing and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want anything to clash. I am off to Floreal. Make sure that you like this video down below, as well subscribe. It'd be great to have you guys for future videos. Also make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I don't tweet a lot, but you guys can follow me on Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.